we're taking you down.
How are you gonna do it? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna fart on me? We wanna have a dance-off?
You gonna annoy me to death with your waffles?
It's finally here! The Teen Titans Go to the Movies, the theatrical film based off the TV show you watch a billion times on TV. Now you can pay to see it in theaters. It's Teen Titans Go to the Movie. It features references and 40 fucking songs in the movie. And how was it?
I mean, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Surprisingly
good.
Yeah, it was really funny.
My tsundere friend was with me watching the movie, and even she enjoyed it, so it's tsundere approved. Well, do you guys like the show in general?
I used to watch it. Like, when I started watching it, I didn't think it was, when it started, and I didn't think it was going to become this overwhelming thing. And I stuck with it for a little bit, but then I just kind of got sick of it. So
I watched pretty much the whole first season. I kind of dropped off of it after a while. I just kind of got a little bored with it.
I probably did that also. Sorry.
Yeah, the show is good. Besides it ruining my childhood and all that, the show's good when the writers don't just do whatever because they know they can do whatever. When they put actual effort, it can be pretty funny.
I'm on the same boat. I used to be really edgy. And then I kind of grew up, and apparently growing up means retroactively watching a show made for children. So I really like it. I like some of the episodes. Some of them I think are pretty bad because it's either just fetish feel or just like whatever they threw to the wall.
Oh yeah, Belly Bros Forever.
That's a classic.
Bros Forever. Legs.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
I'm not surprised.
Sure.
And I'm getting used to your legs.
Yeah, I like some of the episodes now. I think like when they have episodes where most everybody dies, those are my favorite.
Yeah, they had like an episode about the Oregon Trail. Like they straight up had the license to use the Oregon Trail name, and they had like the characters die, and like everyone was happier as ghosts except Robin. Robin was still alive, and he was just miserable. And the message of that episode is you'll be happier if you're dead.
Yeah, they do some really like weird stuff, like creatively weird. Like the 5-episode story arc where they all go to an island and just do a bunch of spoofs, and just this whole mini series based around a old 80s song, "The Night Begins to Shine." I think it's a real song.
Oh yeah, it was like a stock music they had lying around.
Yeah, the show can be really creative when it's not like just screwing the audience. Like they've had 4 episodes where they're like, "Oh yeah, we're being our own thing. We're not being a reboot. We're not being serious," and it's just painful to watch in all those episodes.
Well, how does this movie hold up?
Movie was good. I liked it.
It was good.
It was like surprisingly good. I didn't think it was going to be terrible.
Yeah.
Well, I probably said I did, but now I've changed my mind since then. So
I mean, I felt like it was like trying to be like justifying why there was a Teen Titans Go movie, like talking about like the superhero movie climate and trying to say like, hey, look how cool we are, look how different we are, and things like that, which is a weird thing for a movie to do, but I think it sort of worked for it because I tried to have an open mind when I actually saw it, but months before I had kind of a bad attitude about it. And I think the whole movie is like trying to be like, hey, we have this little yachty song, we're the goofy superheroes, we're the more fun superheroes, and I think that sort of worked for it.
Why don't they take us seriously?
Titans, you guys are never actually doing anything heroic.
What about that time we discovered that sweet diner and they had that food?
That wasn't even a crime, and you didn't save anything.
We save room for design!
I didn't get the idea that they were trying to justify the movie's existence. It felt more to me like sort of like the creators themselves living vicariously through the movie itself. It was basically subtle meta, which was refreshing because they're usually not subtle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, they had their whole 200th episode was of them literally the characters going to meet the creators and the creators' family, and it was a mess. It was fun to watch, but it was kind of a mess.
I loved seeing Zach animated.
Our friend Zach.
Yeah.
Who did not work on this movie.
He did not. No, he's too busy working on Long Gone Gulch, which looks amazing, and you guys will be very excited to see it. Please go support them.
But what was this movie about, you ask?
No.
Robin wants his own movie, and every other superhero gets his own movie, so he has to get his own movie somehow, and it's a story about friendship, and that's what the movie's about.
Nobody asked like what the movie was about, though. You kind of just like sprung that on us yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teen
I mean,
Titans
I-
go back in time and ruin our childhoods. That does technically happen in the movie. They do go back in time.
God,
and-
yeah, there's like the biggest laugh I got was just like something they did with the origin where it's like, wow, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, that's probably the best part of the movie.
That was the most fucked up part of the movie.
Oh, those were funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's literal child murder on screen.
I mean, I like the very last joke of the movie. Actually, I like laughed out loud.
That
was
I
good,
thought
too.
that was like very appropriate for them to end on.
That was like very hilarious. It was like I was like, whoa. I mean,
I don't want to overhype it because it's not like a really super built joke, but like it's just funny. Like
It
it'll make
came
you
at the
laugh.
right moment. The
Yeah.
editing, where it cuts straight to the title, was perfect.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would have liked more. It was very Robin heavy. That's probably my main complaint. I
Yeah.
wish it had like maybe had been more about the Teen Titans as a whole rather than so heavy on Robin.
I don't know. I feel like if they had it try to balance between all these characters, all 5 characters, it'd be too hard. So I'd rather they just focus on one character.
I mean, they can do what like X-Men or them do and just one character a little more than the others. But it's just like it felt like it was just Robin's story with
Well,
his
I mean,
co-stars.
like- I haven't seen every episode of Teen Titans Go, but it seems like the majority of the time Robin is like the butt of the joke. So
Yeah.
I feel like, hey, it's only fair that the movie's time.
I think the reason why Robin is the focal point was to streamline the movie and like keep it more focused, because if they did focus on multiple Titans and they had their subplots, then I think the movie would have gotten bloated and really
So-
distracted.
Little too much story for a Teen Titans Go movie.
I think in some ways the focus on Robin only was a bit of a detriment. Like there's a part in the movie where the rest of the Titans disappear for a solid like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And they imply that they all went off, they all left for some reason. But they never really show that. They never really explain it. They just appear. It's supposed to be a joke, but that entire time I was like, where did they go?
I think it might have been like a cut scene. So it definitely felt like
They
that.
Oh, yeah,
foreshadowed
they did.
it. They foreshadowed it. Like they
Mhm.
said, if they didn't have Robin, Beast Boy would be eating out of the garbage. Cyborg would be a pro football player. Raven would have to go enslave the planets. Like it was foreshadowed, but I bet there was a cut scene or two, and they just kind of like made a joke about it, sort of make up for the fact that they couldn't get that done in time. Because lo and behold, this movie was made on the cheap. No
$10
surprise
million.
there.
It looks pretty good. Like, quite
Yeah, like
honestly.
it cost $10 million to make, and opening weekend in America, it made $10 million, so it made its main budget back.
Yeah.
Hooray!
It's almost as if Warner Brothers advertises their movies poorly and then act shocked when they don't do that well. What?
Well, it did fine.
Yeah, it did well.
For me, the movie, like, I had to go out of my way to see it. The main theater I usually see movies at, they weren't showing it. I had to go to an AMC, and I was at like a 9:30 screening, and they were showing it in Theater 16, which is literally the last theater in the entire like movie theater.
Oh.
So
Is that why it's the highest?
Just like when I went to see Ninjago.
mm,
Like I said, it's almost as if Warner Brothers doesn't give a shit about their animated films.
Well, this is a lot cheaper than like Ninjago. Like the animation is barely above the TV standard. Like, do you feel this needed to be in theaters?
Like they had slightly more complex rigs and storyboards than usual. Like
The backgrounds look a lot nicer.
the backgrounds looked fantastic.
Yeah, it
but
looked-
the problem was the character models looked exactly like they did in the show, so it didn't blend too well.
I thought it blended fine. I think they did the high details.
I don't know. It just looked a tiny bit out of place whenever I saw it.
I mean, it looked. I thought it looked like almost like, especially on the big screen. I was surprised how good it looked.
It did look good on the big screen.
I know. I was surprised how into it I was. Like, I think the one thing about this, if you look at most TV shows, especially animated shows that become movies, a lot of times it's like they're past gone, or, or they don't do the show exactly. And this felt like I'm not gonna watch Teen Titans Go probably, but it like kind of made me, put the whole show in a better light after watching it, because it felt like an episode almost of the show. So I think that it was actually a really smart move in terms of.
I have to ask, like, do you think this deserved to be in theaters?
I mean, I think it. The smart move about it in terms of theaters is it makes me have a better perception of the DC stuff, and I think animation wise, maybe not, but I think on a corporate level, it makes sense because this is a huge show. You get to, you know, promote the Teen Titans and the DC stuff again. I mean, that whole DC logo where everything was just animated in the Teen Titans style.
Yeah.
That was like, it wasn't a great joke, but it was kind of like an interesting, I think it was just more, yeah, it's more of a brand maintenance thing. And it does show that I think Warner Brothers, because they did a Warner Brothers animation before.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was getting a lot
the
of
one with
good
Daffy
press.
Duck.
Yeah, I think this
Actually,
what were you going to say? Sorry.
I was going to say that they front loaded this movie with previews for upcoming shows. Like there was the DC Superhero Girl short, and that's a show coming next year. And the Daffy Duck animation in the Warner Brothers logo. They're working on a Looney Tunes cartoons, like just kind of variety show. And that was the team that worked on that show made that logo.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the Lauren Faust superhero girl superhero show looked really good. I thought that was a good short because it's very simple, very quick kind of thing.
The animation probably wasn't theatrical quality, but it was pretty good.
I remember back to like the Rugrats movie where they had like a cat dog short at the beginning, and like the art style was a million times better than the actual show.
Well, they also like, this was when I think they did this as cheaply as possible because they know it's a tradition, you know, it's a 2D animated thing. Most studios aren't as behind that as usual. They're probably just like, let's keep this as low and budget it as low as we can so it definitely can make money back.
It was, and it was also shoved out the door.
Well, DC, I think Warner Brothers and DC Animation do a lot of good stuff. I haven't gotten to see like the Batman movies this year and stuff, but they put out a lot of cool stuff every year.
I would debate that with you a little bit.
I mean, not every one is good, but I will say they're doing a lot of different stuff every year.
They're different. I wouldn't say they're all good. Like,
no, not everyone is good, but a lot of them are good.
Well, at least they're experimenting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teen Titans will continue in a moment on Toonami.
Time they make one about me.
I'm afraid it's no. I only make movies about real superheroes.
One thing I admired about the animation, they had so many different styles. Some during like the songs, and some like when Slade was explaining his plan. They really went all out with some of the little sequences and styles they went with. I enjoyed that. Similar to what the Sponge Out of Water, the last SpongeBob movie did, where they just kept throwing stuff. Yeah.
Well, I enjoyed this more than the last SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually think that was better than the first one.
You what?
Just because it captured SpongeBob better.
I stand by the fact I think the SpongeBob is a bloated mess.
What?
No, Nolan, you're only like 10 feet from a window.
Yeah.
Nolan went on like a Discord rant like a month ago about how he doesn't like the plot twist in the SpongeBob movie. He doesn't think SpongeBob earned the journey. He didn't, because he thinks SpongeBob didn't do anything to become a man.
He didn't.
He's a goopy gooper. He's not a man.
He got the crown. He saved the town.
Nick, you're misconstruing my words, Nick. I said that he didn't earn the manager badge because he didn't fucking do anything. The SpongeBob Broadway show did that journey a lot better because SpongeBob has good management skills, and then in the movie he's like, I'm a man, and then but like I'm a goofy goober. Yeah. And he literally wins by a Deus Ex Machina.
But in the movie, it's like really heavily implied that he would have gotten the manager position if Mr. Krabs didn't see him as a kid.
But we don't see like why he should deserve it.
Because we've seen that in the entire show where SpongeBob's a dedicated employee and Squidward don't do shit.
The movie starts with SpongeBob showing all his Employee of the Month awards. He's got an entire wall of them.
Yeah.
Proving that he's like capable of being the manager. Honestly, my reason for not liking the first SpongeBob movie as much as the second is because the first, just the humor was more juvenile and it just didn't work as well.
A lot of the things people hate about new SpongeBob started in the movie.
Hey, Teen Titans go to the movies.
Yeah.
Can we just make a third?
Teen Titans Go to the movie was better than the first SpongeBob movie.
I'll do that.
I mean, do you think this was better than Lego Batman or worse?
Worse.
Well, I think it's worse as a movie, but I think it actually said a little bit more than like Batman.
Well, I like
If
the
that makes
characters
sense.
in Lego
Like, I think
Batman
it was-
better, but I
I
feel
mean,
this
Lego
was funnier.
Batman. I think this was a funny movie and stuff. I also think like Lego Batman, I've seen 3 times on HBO, and I'll probably see it a couple more. And Teen Titans Go, I've seen once. So like when I'd say in a year, we'll see how much that resonates because I still see people talking about Lego Batman. And Teen Titans Go to the movies. Like, let's see if this like glow that it has right now lasts. You know, whether kids will want to watch this a bunch of times because Lego Batman, I think, is more of a favorite. But it's not doing stuff with the superhero lore as much. It's just doing stuff with, although it has a bunch of characters in it. Like I feel like Teen Titans Go was saying more about superheroes and so forth. So.
Yeah. Although the thing about Teen Titans Go to the movies is that it's nothing but references.
But I mean, we knew that going in. I don't think it was bad references. I mean, other than doing the Green Lantern joke, which frankly, we don't need to do that again. Like we get it, Green Lantern sucked. But like, other than that, I don't mind like the references in it. It was funny.
There were plenty of jokes that worked that weren't references.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the sequence they do where they just parody Batman v Superman and how the twist with Martha was really dumb.
The mommy thing.
That kind of worked on its own, honestly.
Yeah, they gave it its own context.
Yeah, I was gonna say about Lego Batman. That movie actually kind of went to the core of Batman's character. It was all about him not wanting to start a family in fear of what happening to his parents happening to his family. And I thought it wasn't subtle, but it was a nice little give this like silly character a little arc. But in Teen Titans Go, it's just silly, goofy nonsense that is like, haha, it's really tongue in cheek. I mean, I enjoyed it, but just kind of the story stuff in Batman puts it above.
That's a good assessment.
You being sarcastic, Nolan?
No, that wasn't sarcasm.
It kind of just ends abruptly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I was expecting there to be another scene where they clean up the Titans Tower, but I think that's actually going to be an episode they're going to segue into.
I should probably go, but you guys can talk about the rest. Sorry.
Oh, okay. See you, Jim.
See ya.
There he goes. He's walking out. He's walking out the door and he's shutting it behind him. He's turning the car keys on and then there he goes.
All right. See you guys later. Good night.
Bye, Jim.
Yeah, let's get into spoilers for Teen Titans Go to the movies.
This one scene, like everyone spammed it on Twitter, so you've probably seen it already.
Yeah, the original Teen Titans say that they're still here and they're trying to get through to us.
I think it's probably already happening because they've been teasing this for so long. They've been playing the original Teen Titans on Cartoon Network for like a year.
And it's been doing really well.
Yeah. It got like 7 time slots in its prime.
Look, I mean, it's super... Like, people were saying, like, if this movie makes this much, they're going to make a season 6. And it's like, even if it doesn't make...
It's already happening.
That much money, like, it's superheroes. They reboot this like 1 billion times. Or are they going to, like, say, you know what? We're never going to make another Teen Titans thing again. Fuck y'all.
I just find it interesting that this specific incarnation of Teen Titans has stuck so long, you know? Like, usually with reboots like Justice League Action, it's not like Tim vs. Justice League, you know, it's a different type and they have different characters. But like with Teen Titans, it's a very specific version of Teen Titans that people want, which I just think is cool and interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, nobody cares about the actual comics.
Yeah. What's funnier is that they just revealed the Titan show on the streaming service, the really gritty and dark one. They revealed that like last week at Comic-Con. It's funny how like so close these things are being advertised to each other.
Where's Batman?
Fuck Batman.
We got Teen Titans Go, Teen Titans, and we got Young Justice all at the same time. Eventually, when one of these is canceled, they'll probably actually do Teen Titans because they don't want to oversaturate things.
Nah, I think
That's a lie, and you know
yeah.
Eventually, you know.
In this age, saturation is just everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna do what they did with the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle show, where they were like halfway through production of the new show before they like started airing the final episodes, something like that.
One spoiler, I guess, is the cameo with fucking Stan Lee shows up in a DC movie.
Oh, I love that part so much. That
It's
was
not
a great
his real
bit.
voice though, which sucks.
No, wasn't it?
It was, but it sounded like he's dying. Well,
no, it was probably just like, oh, he probably phoned it in, like literally through a phone.
Yeah, because I was thinking that like the audio quality sounds off, and it's like, did they literally phone him in? Which I found funny. That's what they really did.
No, that would actually help it if that was the case.
Yes. I want to believe, like, don't ruin this for me. Please tell me that really is him. Stan Lee, IMDb, please. Yes, he's listed on IMDb. It's official. Yes.
Hell yes.
Okay, so it was him. I thought.
Yes, he just phoned it in literally.
He probably did. Yeah. Hell yeah.
But any other spoilery jokes? I think we all agree that the best part was when they where they killed Batman's parents.
Yes,
oh yeah, no, that was great.
My favorite joke.
I kind of like the Aquaman one a bit more because they throw plastic grains into the ocean and strangle him to death.
Yeah, he just suffocates.
Yeah, technically speaking, even though it was undone, we literally see a child, like a baby, die on a kid's movie.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, and they do like later on, they just like spill a ton of kryptonite onto Superman, and he's like,
and they're
dead.
like beating
he's
him up.
Basically dead.
No, they spill the well, he's alive later, so
I know.
But they spill kryptonite on him, and then they like kick at him and beat him up while he's like writhing on the ground. And
they also beat up Shia LaBeouf.
That model didn't even look like Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, no, it didn't. He was voiced by James Arnold Taylor.
What? Oh.
Yeah, the voice of Johnny Test, which makes it so much better.
The real Shia LaBeouf?
No, Shia LaBeouf wasn't in the credits.
Oh, well, at least they got Stan Lee, and that's all that counts.
Yeah.
Picking Shia LaBeouf is just kind of like really weird.
Yeah.
I don't get why it was Shia LaBeouf. I guess
it could have been anyone,
which is fine. I still thought it was funny either way, just how out there it was.
I just find it funny, like when they were killing Batman's parents. I love how just Raven just gave Batman's mom a pearl necklace and just pushed her into the fucking crime alley,
giving Batman like a fucking thumbs up while his parents are getting shot.
Fuck yeah!
I'm honestly I'm like surprised that didn't get like act by like standards and practices or like the MPAA.
They didn't give a shit.
I was just kind of like, again, shocked that how much adult humor was in it. Like Raven literally says Libyan terrorist.
Oh yeah, that's just a classic line. Me and my friends were like cracking up at that for like 5 minutes afterwards, just because of how out of place it was.
Like every kid's movie and TV show has like adult humor, but it's usually really subtle, or it's just like, haha, it's an innuendo. But Teen Titans Go literally just talks about terrorism and murdering people on screen.
Yeah.
And like,
wait, there was another weird thing. When they're trying to lure Superman away, they mentioned like Gene Hackman's real estate scheme or something really specific like that.
Mm-hmm. Gene Hackman was Lex Luthor in the original Superman movies, was he not?
I'm not interested in fighting a bunch of sidekicks and half a robot.
Oh man, I'm never letting you fly my body again.
I was just really happy with the movie.
Yeah, I'm never gonna make fun of Teen Titans Go again. Unless they ruin my childhood a second time.
Man, it sucks that the Teen Titans Go crew literally acquired every single copy of the original Teen Titans show and destroyed it and like gone it and like deleted it. So they literally destroyed every evidence. It's too bad we don't have like the old show we can just back to and enjoy.
Yeah, it's tragic.
I mean,
it really sucks.
I also want to say that this is a better Teen Titans movie than Trouble in Tokyo.
Oh, I agree.
We gotta fucking commentate over Trouble in Tokyo because that shit is weeaboo trash.
Oh yeah, we should. That's a good idea. That's new commentary.
Yeah, dude, Pan Pizza Trouble in Tokyo.
Like people rag on Steven Universe for their anime ripoff sequences. Like they need to rewatch Teen Titans the original. It's so fucking.
I think people just wear nostalgia goggles and think it was perfect when it did have a good ton of flaws.
The action's good. The comedy was pretty shit in the original Teen Titans.
Remember how dark the 4th and 5th seasons were?
Oh yeah.
Like the 4th one was about a literal apocalypse, but the 5th one was like the Titans being hunted down and murdered or frozen, I guess.
That was intense, yeah.
It was more intense than the apocalypse, which is surprising. I didn't think they could one-up themselves.
Stop right there.
Deadpool? Deadpool? What? Why does everybody think I'm Deadpool?
I thought Deadpool was a good guy.
By the way, he should be saying that he's not me. Okay, because I came out like way before he did.
Well, this was fun. So out of 10, what would you guys rate it? I'd say 7, 8 out of 10, around there.
I don't do numerical ratings, but I will say, if you go see it with an open mind, you will probably enjoy it.
Yeah, it's fun.
And if you don't like animated superhero comedies or superhero stuff in general, then like why the fuck would you even be watching this?
If you liked Lego Batman, you'll like this.
Yeah. Just don't go in like being a fucking curmudgeon, like, fuck Teen Titans Go. Just go watch it and enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah, don't be one of those people who's like, I'm gonna see it just so season 6 gets greenlit. If you don't want to see it, don't see it.
Yeah. It's a good movie in its own right. Respect it for what it is, and just go and have fun at the movies. Yeah. That's what you should be doing.
And we can all Teen Titans go to the polls right after.
Is that Chelsea Clinton's new catchphrase?
I hope so.
Me and Robo and Nick are going to plug our Sonic podcast again. We're doing a Sonic movie podcast on a regular schedule. It's being uploaded to NickTendo's channel.
You'd like to see us talking about movies that people have really strong hatred against, which is probably going to happen with the Sonic movie. Go listen to our 2-hour podcast about Sonic.
Even if it does turn out good, people are gonna fucking hate it.
Our first episode, which Nick said is 2 hours, we talk about like news that's upcoming, everything we know so far, and we also predict what the plot will be. So it's really fun because you get to see us make what is essentially like very strict guidelined fan fiction. So thank you all for coming. And we're about to Teen Titans Go out of the Discord call.
Teen Titans Go back to your country.
Teen Titans Go home.
Home.
Bye. Bye.
See ya.
Teen Titans Go to the movies. Because if Aquaman can get a movie, anyone can.
The Titans are back.
And just in the nick of time.
With an all-new season of bad guys getting clocked, faces getting rocked.
That's the way we do things.
All in the name of justice.
You have no idea what we can handle.
You know how they do. All new episodes of Teen Titans start Saturday, September 24th at 8.
Titans Doom Patrol! Come first!
Together, everyone achieves more.